If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's 100% totally free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many, many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Make sure to download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started today. Hello, self-developers, and welcome to the Patrick Kelly Podcast for Self-Development, where I will be reviewing audible books on self-development that can change your life for the better this year and years to come. It is said that if we keep on doing what we always did, we will keep on getting what we always got. In other words, to change our output, we first have to change our input. Today is February 6, 2021, and this is episode 4. And today we'll be reviewing the audible book, Make Today Count by John Maxwell. I have personally listened to a lot of John Maxwell audible books throughout the years, and I will be the first to say his audible books and written books are awesome. When it comes to grooming yourself to become a leader or learning to lead yourself, John Maxwell has over 30 years of experience teaching leadership concepts. I will be reviewing not only this audible book, but in future episodes of this podcast, I will be reviewing other John Maxwell audible books. The author starts this audible book by stating that the secret of our success is determined by our daily agenda. If we make a few key decisions and then manage them well in our daily agenda, we will succeed. We will never change our life until we change something we do daily. What we become is a result of what we do today. We can pay now and play later, or play now and pay later, but either way, we are going to pay. This audible book explores 12 daily disciplines that we must follow in order to have success. Let us go over 8 of the 12 disciplines. Discipline number 1, attitude. We must always try to have a great attitude. Nothing is more noticeable about a person than a person who has a great attitude. It is said that our attitude determines our altitude. Think, act, talk, and conduct yourself like the person you want to become. Change starts with how we think of ourselves. How we see ourselves on a daily basis is eventually who we become. Discipline number 2, priorities. The Pareto principle teaches us that if we focus our attention on the top 20% of our priorities, we will get an 80% return on our efforts. Our greatest asset is our time. We have to be careful on how we spend our time and how we let others spend our time for us. We can always get back the money we spent, but we cannot get back the time we spent. Once time is spent, it is gone and will never return. Live your day according to your priorities. Things that matter most must never be at the mercy of things that matter least. Discipline number 3, health. Do you want to be successful and healthy, or successful and wealthy? The answer to this question is both. You want to be both healthy and wealthy. We must be disciplined to always eat to live instead of living to eat. It would make no sense to be successfully wealthy and not successfully healthy at the same time. What we take care of takes care of us. We must take care of our bodies not only through nutrition, but through daily exercise. The discipline of health ensures that we have a long life and the ability to make a difference in the lives of others. Discipline number 4, family. Nothing is more important than family. Better understanding, positive change, and growing relationships are what sustains a family. Seeking first to understand each other and then to be understood by each other is a foundation of building a strong family. The author states that we should put family first by blocking out time on our calendars to create memorable experiences. When we are at work, be at work. And when we are with the family, be with the family. Discipline number 5, thinking. To become a good thinker, do more thinking. Where we go to think does not matter, as long as it stimulates our thinking. Set aside think time every day. If you have a great idea, write it down. And do not rely on your mind to keep it, or you just might forget it. It is said that the dullest pencil is sharper than the sharpest mind. So to become a good thinker, write your ideas down. Discipline number 6, commitment. People will forget how fast you did a job, but they will remember how well you did it. To get something from our day, we must put something in it. Our choices are the only things we truly control. We cannot control our circumstances, nor can we control others. By focusing on our choices and then making them with integrity, we control our commitment. Commitment is what we must put in today to make today our masterpiece and make tomorrow a success. Discipline number 7, finances. Sacrifice today to have options tomorrow. 10% to church or charity, 10% to investments, and 80% to living expenses. The rich invest their money and spend what's left, and the poor spend their money and then invest what's left. It is always best to put ourselves on a budget. Failing to plan is like planning to fail. Practice financial discipline. And last but not least, let us push forward to discipline number 12, which is growth. Make a commitment to change. Without change, there can be no growth. Focus on your strengths and not your weaknesses. If you cannot sing, no vocal coach will be able to change that. Grow in areas that will add value to you personally and professionally. Make it a goal to grow in some way every day and be better than you were yesterday. This audible book is very easy to listen to and comprehend, and it will definitely put you on the road to developing your leadership abilities. On a scale of 1 to 5, I will give this audible book a solid 5. This is the end of this podcast for today. Tune in next week for the next episode and the next audible book of over 300 books that I will be reviewing on the Patrick Kelly podcast for self-development. Feel free to comment and share, and remember, your life does not get better by chance, it gets better by change. Take care.